with the big video. Hi guys, hello and welcome to Paddling Places family. Park yourself. Yep. Well, okay, we are on Old Lake Apopka. So Paddling Places, Florida. I missed. Hello and welcome to Paddling Places, Florida. Hey, this is Mr. D. Today I'm out here at the Oakland Nature Preserve out here in Apopka. And this is Alligator City up in here. They say there's somewhere around 1,100, 1,200 gators out here. I mean, like 70, 80 bulls. I mean, this is crazy. You know, I talk about a lot about paddling, launching your boats out. If you're in an inflatable, guys, on this particular lake, I'd recommend that you think twice about it. This is very populated with some very, very large gators and a lot of them. So if you have a hard kayak, I would recommend that you be an experienced kayaker. Don't bring your kids out on this one. I mean, you don't want any incidents with your family. So, you know, look at that real close. One of the great things is out here at the Oakland Nature Preserve and this place is the bomb. It's got a two-thirds of a mile boardwalk out here that walks right out to Lake Apopka. You can check all that out. There's wildlife like everywhere. We just saw a gator just a couple seconds ago. And there's flying birds, there's blue heron out here, there's eagles out here, there's osprey out here, there's all kinds of stuff out here. It is definitely a photographer's dream, and it's also great for the family just to do a nice nature walk. This is something you want to do. So let's roll into this and we'll check this thing out. As soon as you leave the parking lot, you are met with Mr. Turtle saying hello as you enter the boardwalk to get down to the Lake Apopka overview. Hurricane Irma did a number on the boardwalk, but the people and volunteers at the Oakland Nature Preserve did a bang-up job putting it back together and getting it all back to operational conditions. Heading back to the trail areas, I took a left at the bird blind, and look what I found hanging out at the bird feeder. Well, before we wrap up this video, I'd like to do an overview of the Oakland Nature Preserve. The preserve encompasses 128 acres of land, 48 acres are uplands, and 80 acres of forested wetlands, and includes a boardwalk to Lake Apopka, which has just had its repairs all completed from the devastation that Hurricane Irma did. There are interpretive signs throughout the preserve to help visitors identify plant species, while a log cabin-style education center modeled after a pioneer homestead includes a classroom, museum, office, and restaurant. The staff is absolutely fantastic there. Again, my thanks to Jennifer for helping me out with this video today. And of course, all the volunteers who help make this place a very nice, pleasurable visit. Well, here we are at the end of the Oakland Nature Preserve. I'll tell you what, this thing was a blast. It's got all kinds of trails that you can go explore. We ran into osprey, alligators, raccoons, you name it. We ran into it out there. It was awesome. The trails are extremely well maintained. They just had to rebuild some of the boardwalk because of Hurricane Irma's damage, but that's all done now, and it's really a pleasurable walk. It's about 2/3 of a mile from the meeting place here, all the way out to Lake Apopka. It's got a nice butte section there. It's all covered so you don't get all sunburned and everything. And trust me, there's gators everywhere out there, but it's awesome. Then if you want to go out on the breakaway at the Birdwatchers Trail, you take that outside. It's called the Loop, and you go out around the loop there, and it comes along to the backside, and you walk back up into the parking lot. It's really a pleasurable walk. You're probably talking, you could probably knock out about 2, maybe 3 miles in here if you check out all the trails. It's really a pleasurable walk. Great place for families. They do not allow pets or alcohol on this facility, and I can understand why with wildlife, alligators and stuff like that. You don't want your pets to get hurt. Now, as far as Lake Apopka goes for kayaking, you know, I recommend a lot of places, and I'm just not going to recommend Lake Apopka for sport kayaking. Yes, you can go out there. There's not a problem there, but the population of gators inside of Lake Apopka well exceeds 1,200. They have well over 80 bulls in there. We saw a couple of 12-footers today. They were big. I mean, these are huge, just sitting on the bank right there off the viewpoint. And with inflatable kayaks, I would say no. I would not recommend that you kayak Lake Apopka in an inflatable. Hard kayak, yes, if you're an experienced kayaker and you know how to steer clear of alligators, and especially during mating season and when they give birth to their young, because they're not in a good mood. So that's my best advice for Lake Apopka. I don't always recommend places. This is the first one that I have not recommended for sport kayaking. Also, it's a massive lake. There's not much to see out there, just massive. I think it's the second largest lake in Florida. The thing is massive. So there's really nothing to really view. You'd have to run alongside the reeds and all the other stuff to see all the wildlife and stuff like that. And that's also where the mass location of larger alligators are, and I don't really recommend that. Now, on the north end of the lake, they've got a nature drive. I'm going to go there Friday and show you what that's all about. And that's really a great place for photography. They have, I mean, nature abounds. That one there, you drive it, I think it'll probably take about 45 minutes to an hour to drive that whole trail there. But you can stop anytime you want to and take photos. And we're going to get into that particular, the Apopka Trail Drive. We're going to do that this Friday and then put that out. So, hey, we hope you enjoyed it. Now, guys, you really want to check out or take the time out if you're vacationing down here, even if you live here. Check out the Oakland Nature Preserve. The staff is just fantastic here. I had the opportunity and the pleasure to meet Jennifer. Jennifer is the managing director out here. She's just a real sweetheart and gave me all the information that I needed to do to get all this video done. So it's been awesome. Hey, we'll see you on the next one. Key in with the big video. Hi guys, that's time. Hello and welcome to Paddling Places. For Paddling Places, Florida, I'm Mr.